All right, Cincinnati, it is time for this town to get down.
Good evening, fellow pipe smokers. Hope everyone's doing well. It's Matthew here from Picking and Piping.
Evening, everybody. Good to see y'all. How is everybody? Good to see y'all, one and all. Good to see you. Hope everybody's doing well. We're going to have a... Come on now. Sometimes I just need it to work with me. I just need it to work with me once in a while. Oh, Go on and turn that one off. Though, I'm absolutely going to take one. Because it's been one heck of a day. Wife's out of town again. Single dad again. That's how it rolls. Oh, good. I'm glad the sound is working good today. Hopefully the video works good. Everything seems to be rocking and rolling. And if I jinx it, you know what? What the It is what it is. Yeah, we'll hit some, what do we got? I feel
like the whole Irish nation.
you got that right. We'll have some Weller. I'll probably have a glass of this tonight. That kind of night. I have a Chad topic tonight. I wonder if he's around. I don't need to swell anymore. That's a fact. Chad, did you read the title on the thumbnail? I feel like that's a yardism one right there. That's a yardism one. And you know those only come with specific circumstances. I know you know this. But we'll do a bit of a zoom to get into that. I feel like that probably warrants it. Something everybody can appreciate.
It's Miller time.
Yes, indeed. We're going to talk about it, Jerry. Good to see you. Let's see what we got in the house. It's there's certain things in life that happen to you that put a lot of things in perspective, I would say. Not bad. Not bad. Like I said, try to think about what's the best and worst compliment all in one that you ever got. And when I mean like best and worst, I mean not necessarily like a good and backhanded, just a very complex one. I'll say that. Let's see. Donald Graham in the house. Good to see you, my friend. WK Proper Cincinnati. Good to see you. Something that just makes me appreciate all of you so much. And lots of people. There's Jerry. Good to see you. Jers, Hillbilly Piper, Magnus. Glad you texted me again. Mr. Radiant Pipe. Good to see you. The Bad Apple. Sammy. We got him, Sammy. Pipes of Old. I didn't mean to call you Sammy. We are long story. Sorry, Sam. Cole, Big Country. Good to see you. B. Conrad. Welcome aboard. Good to see everybody. Cloud Bear. Yes, sir. Brian Woodward. Good on you. The Lurker, Troy.
Motorboat? You play the motorboat? You motorboat son of a bitch. You old sailor, you.
Country? Nope. Not like that at all, actually. Not like that at all. But that's okay. Tamper proof. Good to see you. I don't sweat so much. I sweat like crazy. This is just wintertime, so you're not privy to the sweating. There are plenty of lives where I'm sweating it like crazy. I do agree with you there, Matthew Picking and Piping. I have a face for radio.
No, Kelly Clarkson.
Sam, I think a lot of us should be held to. We should hold everybody up to a higher standard. We should help all up to the higher standard. We weren't made to be alone. Let's see. Andrew Srignano, Bluefin Piper. I love that live. Sorry I missed it. I was driving back and forth to Oma's house. Nice gray hair. Yikes. The lovely Sue Jones. Welcome aboard.
We're not worthy. We're
Good to
not
see you.
worthy. We're not worthy.
Not 5 kids. Not 5 kids. I don't know where the 5 kids came from. Of course, I gotta. Oh, okay. I had a quick spinning wheel real quick. I don't know if that hit everybody else, but you know, we'll see. We shall see. Let's get into. Let's get into the holidays and observances for today. It is December 12th. The word of the day, if you wish to win 110s, we're just good sentences. If you got a good one that pops. And this one is great because this one almost sounds like it's relatable to the group. It's very, very relatable. I don't think she saw much Pipes of Old. Well, she saw a lot. But that's for another tale. Let's see. It is, the noun for the day is 10 anniversary. 10, as in like a tobacco tin, anniversary. 1, the 10th anniversary of an event, especially a wedding. For instance, 12/12/12 is the 10th anniversary of Wiktionary's founding. Okay. Let's see. It was customary to give a gift made of tin for the 10th anniversary. Give everybody a 10th anniversary. Good luck trying to put that into a sentence. Can't wait to see those. The quote for the day is worry less, love more. Worry less, love more. And I want you to think about that. Anybody that's going to be on a Zoom tonight, I want you to think about the best and worst compliment you ever got. And it can be of any variety. All right, some of the observances for today. Bonza Bottler Day. Does anybody have a clue what that is? Bonza Bottler? Bonza? B-O-N-Z-A. Bonza Bottler.
My good friend Phil Rivera, pipe maker extraordinaire.
Phil, welcome aboard. We're going to go through on a Zoom the best and worst compliment you got, as in all in one, all inclusive. I am smoking some Savinelli Brunella Flake from 2019. Little tingly on the tongue. Well, it's a combination. Compliment, and it's a compliment, but it's both good and bad at the same time. I know it sounds funky, but I think you'll understand when I tell you. This is an interesting one. Feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Does anybody know any reference to that? Sweet Muffins, good to see you, sir. Because I am not sure what that reference is to. Our Lady of Guadalupe. That's an interesting one. I don't know. Festival of Unmentionable Thoughts of Taboo Day. I'm starting to think that there's not much taboo left in the world. Not sure.
Look.
Mary appeared to Juan Diego in Mexico.
Are you looking?
Ah, got it. Thank you, guys. Great job for the bold call. We'll get to those too. Something I'm going to have McFly show on Friday that we did at church. It is Gingerbread House Day, but we will postpone Gingerbread House Day for Friday, so that way you can see the gingerbread house that he made for competition. We did it as a family. It was a fun little thing. But yes, even at church, you can find those that are sensitively, I would say, those that have a high desire and competitive spirit to still just go absolutely bonkers. Cloud Bear has his own 10th anniversary. I like that. Putting Cloud Bear down. I like it. For the WOD. The WOD. We're all about some acronyms. It's also Green Monday, so as you have seen, I've got my heroes here with me. I have my heroes ready to go. My green heroes. Don't forget Chad's birthday coming up and what his birthday wish was. What I have to talk about today actually on the Zoom actually has something to do with that, if you believe it. I said gingerbread house. Magnus has got some Solani Red Label in his Christmas Radice pot. Very nice. Donald Grant smoking some Nording seaweed in his cob and drinking the car bombs. The Bad Apple smoking some Peterson smoking a Peterson pipe or a Peterson XL. That's a big pipe. With Esoterica Brighton mixed with Quiet Night. Gonna do it till it's gone. Because tomorrow is promised to no one. Everybody can be a hero. Smoking a gifted mixture from San Diego Pipe Club visit. Nice. Some Dunhill EMP, some early morning pipe, and Royal Yacht in his Jason Ziner. Nice. Oh, some Sammy G Skiff mixture and a Peterson Christmas 2022. It is the season of giving. It truly is. Let me check, Magnus. I'll check for you real quick. Yes, that's correct. And in the chat, Magnus, make sure you put the last 2 digits of your phone number in the chat so I can see it. But yes, I also need your address. Let's see here. Jerry's not smoking yet. We'll enjoy some Cornell and Dale Carolina Red Flake and a Peterson after dinner. Very good on you. What are you having for dinner over there, Jerry? For his 10th anniversary in the YTPC, he cracked open an age 10 of Esoterica Pembroke. For his, I'm just going to go ahead and say for his 10th anniversary. I'm going to go ahead and substitute that one in, Matthew, because I think that's probably what you meant. Boy, this music is fitting my mood, man. I tell you, I'm scared of hearing what comes up next. Let's see. Very good. Thank you, sir. I got you. Some OGS and a pipe by Lee Levat. I love it. Good on you. Let's see. What else do we have? Yep. Oh. Had to let Geotex know. I don't doubt. I've been traveling a bunch, so I'm not sure how many drops I'm going to get to at this rate. But I know King Tobacco is usually pretty expensive. Well, if you are looking, even if you're looking for Tilbury, Margate, Dorchester, and Soda Bed, a bag of Margate, some plum cake, Royal Jersey, JF Germain, King Charles, or some Balkan Sobrani. The tins are expensive, but the kingsmokingpipesandcigars.com has it. Usually they are expensive. It is what it is, but they do have it. That comes via Ron Polly. Ron Polly sent that to me. earlier. Again, I was on the road for his 10th anniversary. He just wanted a heart. Just a little one. I'll take it. I love it. I'll take it. But Polly, I appreciate you, man. Ooh, fish and chips. Yes, sir. Go right ahead. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Take it all day. Magnus, I got you. It is National 12-Hour Fresh Breath Day. That's fine. Okay, I'm good with that. Cincy, I like it. I'm just adding them. I'm in that mood tonight. I'm just adding them. Yeah, oh, Tamper, I got you. That's 100. I'm just adding them. You're participating. It's also International Day of Neutrality, which, being a avid Dungeons and Dragons player, I'm more of a neutral good stance on that. Give a little bit of your love to me.
This is
Patrick, good to see you, my friend. Let's see. We also have... Does anybody ever eat ambrosia? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Ambrosia is like shaved coconut, cherries, and oranges? Is that right? Is that ambrosia? I feel like my mom used to make that all the time. And I wasn't the biggest fan because I'm not the biggest coconut fan. Got a lot of inspirational music going on, which I love. I don't think I ever really... Oh, does it have marshmallows? I don't think my mom ever put marshmallows in it. I always picked out the orange. That's basically what I did. Yeah, yes, like a mandarin orange. I never had the mayo. Andrew's gonna get it for that one. Everybody's like, everybody right now is piling up on Andrew.
How dare you?
Oh no. You eat what you like. I have seen it that way though. But I didn't know it was mayo. I thought it was some kind of cream. There was one finally. Goodness. This fan keeps sucking it up. Let's see. I'm not even going to say that one. Poinsettia Day. It's about time for those poinsettias. It's like Watergate salad. That's a new one for me. I mean, look, hey, I'm good with it. Andrew, don't be ashamed. You like what you like, man. Look it up. That's what everybody always says when they're like, all right, enough. It's all right. And salmon and cheese. No. Okay. I mean, I like salmon and cream. I like smoked salmon and cream cheese, like salmon lox. Some quotes of the day. The easiest way for your children to learn about money is for you not to have any. Catherine Whitehorn. If with me you'd fondly stray over the hills and far away. John Gay from The Beggar's Opera. Power is not revealed by striking hard often, but by striking true. Honoré de Balzac. Honoré? Honoré? My Latin is not good. Those are good quotes. I'm digging those quotes. I like salmon and cream cheese. This is a good one. Nowhere else in the world have noble men and women exhibited in more striking forms the beauty and the energy of sympathy and helplessness and counsel in their efforts to rectify wrong. We've already said this one, but it's a good one. Alleviating suffering and set the weak in the way of strength and hope. Woodrow Wilson. We've said that one before, but it's still a good one. Oh, here's a good one. We cannot have free government without elections, and if the rebellion could force us to forego or postpone a national election, it might fairly claim to have already conquered and ruined us. Abraham Lincoln. It's a good one. Oh, here's a good one. As far as I'm concerned, there won't be a Beatles reunions as long as John Lennon remains dead. George Harrison, this terrible accent. I know. Admonish me.
I like where this is going. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
I accidentally hit the mute button. Ron, hard crack to see it. Cool Whip, sour cream, marshmallow. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought it was, Conrad.
People know me. My apartment.
I'm still good with it, either way.
Smells of rich mahogany.
I'm still good with it. Let's see. There are not many weekly. This is the week. Nope, that's not it. That include December 12th. Okay. Yeah. It is Advent. So and Advent is 27th of November through December 24th. Makes sense. Got it. Too many monthly holidays. Got it. Some famous birthdays. Jennifer Connelly, American actress, 1970. A Beautiful Mind, Hulk. Blood Diamond, Noah. Top Gun, Maverick. Kathy Rigby, an American gymnast, speaker on eating disorders, and actress. Yes? Sweet tea? I don't know where there's any sweet tea. Oh, you might have to ask your mom about that one. Oh, got it. Oh, and that's how it always goes, right, Bug? Frank Sinatra was born in 1915, passed 1998. And Henry Wells, American businessman who co-founded Wells Fargo and American Express, was born 1805, of all things. McFly. No, that was Haley. Good call though, there, country. Way to be on it. I love smoked salmon. I eat smoked salmon every day.
I'm getting really sick.
I love
of
it.
guys
Todd, good to see
named
you, sir.
Todd.
Let's see. I'm not sure anybody's upset about this guy passing. Ike Turner. On this day in 2007. Let it be. Yeah, I know. I got it. Let's see. Oh, this was a fun one. 2000, the United States Supreme Court released its decision in Bush versus Gore that settled a recount dispute in Florida's 2000 presidential election between George W. Bush and Al Gore. It says Bush won. It was some hanging chads. Chad, has anybody accused you of hanging somewhere, hanging around maybe? I don't know. Kenya declares their independence from Great Britain, 1963. Very good. Oh, here we go. 1917, Boys Town, a farm village for wayward boys, is founded by Father Edward J. Flanagan. Now, 1787, Pennsylvania becomes the second state to ratify the United States Constitution. There you go. In 1994, Beach Boys lead singer Mike Love is awarded songwriting credits on 35 Beach Boys songs that he was uncredited for, of all things. Can you believe that? In 1970, Tears of a Clown by Smokey Robinson and the Miracles hits number 1. In 1970, Jim Morrison performs live for the last time at a Doors concert in New Orleans. In New Orleans. Here's a sports question for all you football fans out there. In what year did New York Jet quarterback Joe Namath play his last game? In what year? Can anybody get it? Cliff, welcome aboard, good sir. This is worth 110s. Yes, it is. Oh, no. Goodness gracious, Cliff. Close, Shallow Pockets. Shallow Pockets is on the right track. Phil Rivera. In there. In there quickly. At least that's what it says. If it's wrong, it's not my fault. Yes, indeed. Wonder if there's any other on this day in sports. That would be a... Let's check out some sports. Oh, no. 2010, the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome collapsed. That was a bad day. That's an inflatable roof. Here we go. What Denver Nuggets coach was suspended for 4 games by his team for shouting a profanity and an ethnic remark at a fan? Who was that? Who was that scoundrel? Anybody know? Anybody know? Well, it's what it said, Chad. Cliff, it's good to see you. You got pics of that. That's just commercial. It's great for wet shaving. Good to know. I'd probably say I'm a wet shaver. I'd probably say I'm a wet shaver. I'm definitely a wet shaver. Nobody got that one, huh? It's the coach. I mean, you just got to name the coach of the Denver Nuggets in 2001, if you know. What do I shave? I shave my neck. I shave parts of my face. Angry Beaver. Good to see you, sir. Welcome aboard. The Denver Nuggets. Can your tens earned be donated? I don't know. I haven't thought that far. Giveaways have been donated in the past, so if you use your tens for giveaways, those have been donated. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Oh, good guess. All right. I figured somebody would Google it. You know what, Sue? Only when it's time for a tutu. No, not even then. No, I don't even, not even then. I'm an all natural. There you go, Conrad. That's close enough. Dan Isel. Conrad, I will take it. Danny Boy. Danny Boy is not exactly right. That's all right. That's all right. Everybody's getting there. All right, let's open up a Zoom real quick. We'll zoom away. Boy, I'm so glad the internet's actually working at full capacity. It's been something. Dang, spell check. It happens. The pipes are calling. This song makes me... oh, no. What am I doing? Oh. Huh. Whew. Scared myself there for a second. There we go. We'll put that in the chat. And open it up. There we go. If you'd like to join, come on in. The water's fine. My man, how are you?
What's going on?
Man, you know, like just every once in a while you'll have a day and you'll just have some unexpected things happen to you. Sometimes they shake you up a little hard.
I can't wait to hear.
Ended up being something that also is going to be part of your birthday.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Mm-hmm. So it's definitely not negative. Not a negative in the sense. And it's hard to explain without hearing what my example is to understand. I mean, I think that's the hardest part about trying to think that up. And I think when I say it, it'll be significantly clearer to everybody.
I was trying to think of a backhanded compliment like you're talking about. I think Pipes of Old typed it in chat. The one that immediately popped in my mind was something like, "Hey, you look pretty good for an old guy."
Right.
Or not a bad dancer for a white boy, or something like that.
When did you start growing gray?
I don't know.
No, I mean, that would be the compliment question I would get. Yeah. You look so, or what is it? You look so mature. Thanks.
Yeah.
Rogaine for Men didn't kick in that day, I guess. I missed a spot. Which happens. DDT, good to see you, my friend. Welcome aboard. And anybody else is also welcome to join in too. Feel free. But I'm gonna throw out there so y'all obviously know like McFly and the stuff I do with him and everything like that. And it's very easy to forget how wonderful your life is until you hear something very profound. So he has this buddy of his, and they've been good friends for a couple years. Good enough friends that we made sure they were in the same class this year. But he's been that kind of friend to the boy, and vice versa. And boy, they've had their spats and they've gotten into it and all kinds of stuff. But the thing that jarred me and it hit me so hard that I had to basically, if I wasn't sitting down, I probably would have fell down. And the statement was, and it was, he knew I was there and he knows me very well. We'll call him Little Easy E. That's what I like to call him, is Easy E. And Little Easy E said to McFly, he said, "You're so lucky you have such a great supporter."
Wow.
And it was the best and worst compliment I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, I see that now that you say that.
It was very profound, and I love this kid. He's just such a good kid. Super smart,
great,
super witty.
Great to hear that he thought that about you, but terrible to hear that he thought, that he was in a position to even think that.
Correct. Because his mom, she's a single mom. She's working on her nursing degree. She works really hard, long hours. He's come and hung out with us plenty of times. He's such a good kid. well-mannered, lots of fun, huge smile. Huge smile. And I have always said, it's just like that one quote said that, yeah, don't jinx me over there, but just like that one quote said, if you want your kids to understand money, don't have any.
Don't have any, yeah.
And it's truly profound. If you want kids to really understand love, find one that hasn't had it, but has seen it everywhere.
Kind of like what I misquoted in there is, you don't know if you're growing up poor as a child. You don't know you're poor until somebody points it out to you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I could see it in your eyes, Martin, that touched you deeply.
That one was a jolt. That one, it's tough thinking about it now.
Was from your son's classmate.
Yeah, they were on what they were doing. They were playing school Minecraft, and they get on their iPads and iPhones or whatever. Like he gets on his mom's iPhone, and little man gets on his iPad, and they talk and they have little contests together. It's funny to watch them play like that.
I would say don't. I mean, it's something to think about, but out of the mouth of babes, what is the quote? But he may have meant that in the most gracious manner.
Oh, I fully believe that. Oh yeah, 100%. I fully believe it. He's such a good kid. I love him to death. But I'm gonna.
There was no malice or jive behind that.
Right. Yeah. No, there was none, and I didn't feel any. Like I didn't feel any. It was just, it was something that made my heart swell to hear it, and made my heart break at the same time. That's probably the best example of the best and worst compliment I've ever gotten. Something that just
that's
bittersweet.
There's a whole bunch of things that
go ahead, Beaver, you lurk.
Feel those reactions spontaneously at the same time, while your children are growing up. So
yeah, that one's I can see where that hits you like that.
Mm-hmm. And
there's a sense of admiration for McFly and a sense of longing from himself.
That's right. And we forget about that because again, we're having fun, we're enjoying all this stuff, and I always stress, like, let's have fun. You should never not have fun, because that's part of the parts of life that are enjoyable. And not only that, but if you don't know how to have fun and don't know how to enjoy company and relationships and everything, how are you going to pass that on to everybody else that doesn't have it? So
I would say right there that just take joy in it. Don't feel bad about it. We all have our.
It just made me think about some things that he's gonna.
The situation in his life, your son's life, maybe they're polar opposite, maybe, but the point is they're friends.
Oh, absolutely.
And it doesn't matter.
Absolutely. And my objective is that he is my list for your birthday, Chad, by the way, and I am working something up. Because if anything, I just want to enhance that friendship they have a little more.
That's awesome.
So I'm going to find something to do for him, and it's going to be probably post Christmas, but it's still going to be Christmas, and it's still going to be something cool for him. I'm thinking really outside the box. Excuse me. I've tried not to think about it because it makes me tear up. But
it's a Christmas mandate for Chad.
It absolutely is. And I love it. And I had been looking for one, and I had a bunch of good ideas, and this one hit me like a bolt of lightning. And to quote the late Doc Brown, a bolt of lightning. And he and I'm like, I'm gonna see if he's into some of the things that I got McFly, which are the little arcades.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to see if he's into those. If he is, that's kind of what I'm planning on. I'm sure his mom will kill me, but I think she'll also understand.
Don't send him anything that she has to buy batteries for.
Nope, you just plug it into the wall. It just costs electricity. And if you're in California, she would kill me.
People would give my daughter something and it was battery. I spent more money on batteries
Glum Chum, good to see you. But yeah, that qualifies as my best and worst compliment I've ever gotten. And again, worst is just it's not the right word for it. It's just what I came up with at the time.
A tough, great compliment.
A tough, very, very welcomed and wonderful comment. But it just makes you think. It puts a lot of things in perspective, you know. And I think we all do that. I mean, that's why we're all here a lot of the times anyways, is because we enjoy how much everybody gives. We enjoy how much everybody takes care of everybody. And, you know, I just, you know, there's just so many people that need help. It's crazy. And sometimes you don't even think, because like some of those things become such norms, because I know the kid and he's hung out here many times and they play together all the time. And, you know, and I wasn't even sure at first what he meant, and McFly wasn't either. I'm going to really try not to lose it. But
so you're so accustomed to it that you hadn't thought any deeper about
absolutely. Like we thought about those things at first, but then like, you know, McFly asked me, he's like, well, what do you mean? And I was pretty sure I knew what he meant. And he's like, well, your dad, he's always helping you out. And I was like, gosh almighty. I was like, you want to know about hitting hard? Whew, mercy.
This is, you know, I've talked about this on my channel before. People talk about YouTube influencers and stuff like that. And I know what they're talking about when they say that. My comment is, you are influencing people, whether you want to or whether you know it. All the time, and that's a great example of it.
The trick is how do we all become that way? And I'm nothing special. I'm doing the best I can, and sometimes it shines and sometimes it falls flat. It's the fact that you don't stop. You know, I tell my son all the time, you know, the win is the not quit. The win is not the result. The win is the not quit.
The win is the struggle.
Absolutely. If that makes sense. If that makes sense at all.
Yeah. I agree with Chad. I don't like this term influencer.
Right.
But I also because that's become superficial. That's the way it's used.
Yeah.
It's somebody with no life doing GoFundMe, you know, I'm an influencer, or give me a free meal, I'll give you a review. You know, I don't like that. It's superficial. But if you take a photograph as a photographer, you take a photograph.
Yep.
The hardest thing to do as a photographer is to make the viewer feel that mood or that that emotion you want to convey. And if you do a video, like we're doing right now, some stupid little thing we may say, it's like dropping a pebble, to use the
that's right
Zen, like dropping a pebble in the water. The ripples spread across the whole lake. Everything has an effect on something else.
Troy, I will not be getting him a drum set. Then his mother will hate me.
And our pastor said something years ago. I can't remember the exact story, but it was something like a new person showed up in our church over the course of a couple of weeks and finally said something to our pastor, introduced themselves or something. And they had seen him out in public, like at a restaurant or something like that, many times with his family, and were observing him, you know, just in passing kind of. But she recognized who it was when she came to the church. And he said, you never know who's watching. You never know.
No, you don't.
I've met pastors at karaoke bars and with not his wife. And when it came to my attention, I went over and said hello to him. He couldn't get out of there fast enough. I was like, you know, dude, really? You know?
Doing it wrong, you're doing it right. Don't worry, Peace Pipe, you're also right. If you aren't here to help others, you're doing it wrong. I mean, it's like the old adage, those who can do and those who can't teach. And I think that translates well into helping people too. Like just because you might not have the means to help in a way you want to help, there are other ways, like being that positive role model. You know, coaching a baseball. I've coached Little League. I've coached my daughter. I love coaching all of my Little League kids, man. I loved it. And for me, it was every wonderful moment. And I think a lot of coaches can relate to this. Everything for me, the win is the not quit. That's the win. That is the absolute win. You know, another way we phrase it in our household is every success had a million steps of failure.
Right.
And as long as you are failing, you know you're on the right track.
I'm just going to say, if you're not failing, you're not learning anything.
Absolutely. And it's just like, but that's that part of that no quit. That's the part of understanding that those failures are actually the successes, because you're still going. You're still moving.
If you're talking and nobody's responding, nobody's pushing back, you're not having an influence.
Mm-hmm. Well, and some of my favorite things are when, you know, one of my kids strikes out every game and then finally gets a hit. I don't care if it's a swinging bunt and it goes 2 feet. You know, I'm going to celebrate that like he just hit a home run. Or she.
Like
some of the girls that I coach, same thing. You know, I mean, to me, those are the successes. You know, for me, it was always, I wanted to instill the love of the game in the kids. I didn't want to instill, here's just the mechanics. I instill that in McFly, but you know, that's just because I practice with him a lot. And so that's completely different. With the short amount of time that I have with all those kids that I coach, you know, it's really to just instill the love of the game, the enjoy of playing, and that desire to keep pushing harder and harder till you hit that success, and then go to the next one.
Forgotten that the sport is for their children.
Yes. Oh, trust me, I've dealt with my number of parents.
Yeah, I know. You know exactly where I'm going with this.
Let me tell you,
winning isn't everything. What counts is the effort, but participation awards suck too.
Yeah. I always start out, anytime I coach, I learn this quick. I always start out with a family team meeting at the very beginning of every season that I coached. And it was simply this: if you have something to say, you should have spoke up when they were asking for coaches.
Yeah. I remember back in the 70s, Little League, and seeing the coach and parents get into fisticuffs.
I had some. I had coaches that got into fights. I had people, and it was people that again, it all boils down to perspective. I had guys, man, I'm coaching like 8 and under ball, 6 and under ball, and like T-ball. And we got guys that are trying to build all-star teams at the very beginning. And I'm like, you know what? You do you. Go right ahead. If that's what you want to teach the kids you coach, fine. That's not what I teach the kids. It's just not.
Even as a child, I didn't like that because I felt I was being looked at like their cash cow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And the difference is those coaches would throw some pizza for like their little banquet and everything. I'm throwing the biggest damn barbecue you've ever seen, loaded up with fixings, and just inviting teams over for my kids' banquets, because that's, to me, I don't care how many games they lose. We're not there for that.
Everybody forgets, even the parents forget, it's their kids.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing,
part of it is discipline, yeah, and part of it's not giving up and trying to be the best. It's not always about winning. Winning is the objective, but that's not the be all end all.
It's and then I see this in every kid.
You're building character is what you're trying to do.
Correct. It's building character, but it's also instilling the will. It's saying look, yeah, you struck out 16 times and you just hit the ball.
If first you don't succeed, try again.
And I care more about a life lesson than I do a sports lesson.
Yeah.
I just do.
Exactly. Yeah. It should be a life lesson, a character building experience, rather than just about the win.
I do not, barring like some type of actual, some mental handicap, some physical handicap, something like that. There's nothing they can't do given the proper resources to do it. That's just, and to me, the greatest resources obviously are parents that are invested in their kids, and it's tough. It's really, really tough. You know, my wife, she's such a sweetheart. She does so much for the school. She is the perfect person. She is the one that taught me, because I grew up poor. We didn't do a lot of birthdays. We would do like a cake, and I get a couple presents, or we get a couple presents on Christmas. I never went to a kid's birthday party except for one when I was really little. I lived way out in the country, so I just didn't get invited. My parents couldn't, pretty much couldn't take me. And it wasn't until middle school that I actually got friends at all, because I decided to get in a band. And I was like, I need to, I'm just going to do something. I'm going to do something, get good at it, and then see who likes me. And I got good at baseball. And then I just in
high school and the white TPC that I had friends.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, like, look, the two of the...
I have more friends here in the white TPC in Pimp Vegas than I've ever had in my life.
Right. I mean, two of the jokers that y'all saw last Friday, those guys I grew up with, and you can tell, it's obvious. Derek, you can tell I grew up with him, and, but that's the thing is, like, there's not a bunch of them. I have a handful, but that's all I need, for my core little group here at home, for me to hang out with once in a while. That's all I need right there. And then I got all you guys that fill in, like, a whole bunch of gaps that I didn't know were there. That's another thing. You don't know what you're lacking sometimes.
One friend that gets you, understands you, and the rest doesn't matter.
That's right. Yeah, Conrad's right. Sports are supposed to teach kids how to work as a team. Teams win and lose, but you did it with the team. That's right.
Yeah.
Major support.
It's like that old saying, a friend will help you move. A good friend will help you move a body.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That didn't get dark.
I think Metamorphosis posted something like that yesterday. And he followed it up with, if you screw me, I know where to bury the bodies.
Yep. So I guess what I want out of kind of what Chad wanted out of his birthday is out of that worst and best compliment. Think about your community and who's around you, and think about who you might have just gotten used to being around, that you're like, ooh, you know what? So-and-so doesn't have a mom, or so-and-so doesn't have a dad, or so-and-so hasn't been able to have kids, and they're people that's the crazy thing. That's what hit me real hard, is that we are constantly looking for people to help, and sometimes we don't realize we already know them.
Yeah. And there's so many ways to do that. I mean, I thought of another one the other day. It's like, you've got a friend that's got maybe 2 kids or something, and they work their butts off for those kids 7 days a week. Watch their kids one night so they can go have a date or something.
Absolutely.
That kind of stuff's invaluable.
Absolutely. And, I mean, it's just, it runs the gambit. So just, we're getting to Christmas time, just reach out to one. Just there, one. Just reach out to one of them. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just, hey, you know what? If you're going through a tough time, I see you're going through a tough time. Let's go have lunch. Let's just go have lunch or something. Something like that. Or like, let me watch your kids for a night. Go do something. You need to go get some shopping done? Let me watch your kids. Little things like that. And to me, that's where everything starts is in those small little places. And especially the ones that because you know them, and you probably know them well, and they know somebody too, and what you do for them has the utmost potential to keep going.
Yeah.
And to me, that's one that hit home. Somebody that's close to us that I just, why I didn't think about it is just complacency, because I just know the kid, and he's a good kid, solid kid, smart kid, good friend of my boy. What more could I ask for?
Yeah. I made a VR for Steve Coddington the other day, and I said it's so easy and so dangerous to let comfort turn into complacency.
100%. Popo Piper, we live Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I like hanging out with everybody. This is what we do. Sometimes it's going to be fun. Sometimes it's going to be deep. Sometimes it's going to be sad. Sometimes it's going to be angry. It doesn't matter. This is just for us to get together and enjoy the time and see what's going on. I'm smoking some 7L Brunella Flake. What was that, Phil?
I said sometimes it's just going to be me being asinine.
No, being the neighborhood geriatric, as you like to say. I mean, but it's like, there's nothing to be ashamed with emotion. There's nothing to be ashamed with feelings. It's what makes us who we are. And I often always feel like, when bad things happen, I don't always lay just the blame at the person that does the bad thing. I lay the blame on everybody. It's all of our fault.
I have to say, since I have both of you here right now and no one else is in the chat, and obviously we're being watched, but I've met Chad, and Chad and I have talked, and you and I, Martin, have talked a couple times on video calls for hours, and I appreciate that. I don't have a story about my best and worst at the same time. My life's been nothing but humps and bumps, pretty much. But
lots of character.
I have to say, I appreciate these moments I've had with you, and I consider you both great friends. Chad, I can't say enough. He's so sharp, and I feel like I'm trying to keep up.
I usually don't try.
Yeah, and I get it all. Sometimes it takes a bit of thought, but I have to think about it, But and Martin, I mean, you and I, when we talk, you're so much dumber than I am. I can just
vastly, like so many levels down, unearthly, so far down. Agreed.
But I'm that's all in jest. I love you guys. I mean, my life is pretty much my nose to the grindstone. I don't talk to anybody unless I'm at the gas station or the grocery store. So I mean, you guys mean a lot to me, and I appreciate your friendship. I just want to put that out there.
Absolutely.
And this image that most people have of me as being grumpy, whatever, that's not who I am. That's just a barrier I put up.
It's the fun part.
There's a compliment, and I'm not just saying it because it's a good compliment. I'm saying it because it applies right now. My life is better, or I'm a better person having known you guys.
Same.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
I thought that, but I wasn't going to say that, Chad.
Oh, yeah, you reserved it for him.
I'm holding back.
Only Chad can pull that one off. Mine would more be like, you complete me.
Oh, God.
What was that? Jerry Maguire?
That's more of my level. Both of you two are very artistic in what you're saying. And I'm just like, show me the money.
I'm feeling autistic all of a sudden.
You had me at hello, Martin.
Yeah, that's the one. But I mean, again, we can have fun, and we should, man. We need to, and this might sound weird, but just go with me on it, because this is how my brain works, and you all know that I can never. My brain just for some reason can't stay in a box. But have the best damn fun and enjoyment you can, so you know what to share with the next person.
Mm.
If that makes sense.
I totally agree with that.
Find true enjoyment, true happiness, and share it.
When I was young, my life was so painful. I didn't give a shit what anybody else thought or did. I really didn't care how they felt. I found the last, with physical challenges and getting older and kind of mellowing out a bit, although it may not be perceived that way by some. But I spend
Don't
a
worry,
lot
Chad,
of
I'm
time
reading you.
thinking about
I agree.
how other people feel.
You got it, Angry Beaver. Every once in a while, I'm muting just so I can respond to the chat while y'all are talking. I'm listening to you, but I'm also responding to those guys too, because they're in there watching us, and I appreciate all of them. You know, like Popo Piper when they get on.
Chad.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm sorry, I forgot.
No, it won't help me, Martin. I can't see it that small on the screen.
But yeah, I mean, it's truly like, I mean, again, enjoy the hell out of life and find a way to share that enjoyment. Know what that enjoyment is and give it to somebody, because you're not going to be upset about it. You're going to enjoy doing it.
It's like I said in my birthday video, and when you said this, I'm like, it's exactly what happens. It's like when you decided to do the thing, that's going to bring that kid joy. That's also going to bring me joy. It already has.
Yep.
And it's going to bring you joy.
Yep.
And it's just this big circle of thing that.
And I hope one day it brings him joy. Y'all know my daughter, and I hope one day she brings joy. And you know, it's the objective. Shut up, Zoom. I got it, Zoom.
At points in our life, they're going to bring other people joy.
And that's I've told my kids about this too, and I've talked to my dad, you know, my mom and dad and stuff like that. And our family history, and many people's family history, is wrought with horrific events in lives growing up. And one of the biggest things that I had made a decision was to break a cycle, to break a cycle of pain for no reason, torment for no reason, unjust things for no reason, and let's break the cycle and see what happens. Let's put a couple kids, and my wife and I are, you know, we made this commitment to tag team like crazy and support our kids 1,000%. Whatever it takes, we're doing, and we're going to do it tenfold, and we're going to do it together. And because
I'm happy you're able to do that, and kudos to you. And
we have big love for each other.
Chad has seen me in tears a couple times. I don't think you've seen me in tears, but being that one that breaks that chain of pain, it is not an easy choice.
No, but at some point we have to decide in life. I am a person that I believe in choice. I believe you have the choice. And is your choice going to be easy all the time? No. Is your choice going to seem impossible? Yes. But how do you eat an elephant? One damn bite at a time.
I would say, just to interject, not to cut you off, interject. What I see and what I've heard you express before and what you're expressing tonight is, again, kudos to you, because you've given your children the knowledge to know when to be that person that doesn't just sit on the sidelines and says, no, I have to make the change.
That's right.
Yeah, you haven't said the word, but what I'm hearing is you're looking for and concentrating on things that are meaningful.
Correct.
That's a big one with me.
Yeah.
Love, compassion, respect, dignity, all those things.
But I got more kids out there that, you know, I still get to help too, because we're growing. My wife and I are growing our capacity to be able to help. And we, you know, we are going to do the best we can within our means, and we're going to enjoy life, and we're going to find ways to have others enjoy it with us. And I hope that when they enjoy it, they can enjoy it with somebody else too.
Like, okay, there we go. Like my mom would say, you're going to enjoy this even if it kills you.
Damn right. And then go enjoy it with somebody else. And, you know, and I think that's the spirit of giving. That's the spirit of, that's loving, and just do it. So find somebody, just somebody you know is going to be hurting this season. Somebody you know is missing out this season. Somebody you know.
That guy in front of you in the grocery line, EBT card or whatever isn't working, pay for his groceries.
Just anything. Doesn't have to be big. Just show the love. Hey, there's Todd. Oh, there's better Todd.
The better Todd.
I understood.
The better Todd.
Good to see you. How are you?
It's always good to see me. I'm great. How are you?
She's a giver. She's a giver.
Okay, hey guys.
Yes.
I have something very, very important to say.
Oh, please.
The majority of you know the situation.
Mm-hmm.
We found somebody that is working day and night to help us.
That's awesome.
She is crunching numbers and she is doing everything to get us in before Christmas.
That's awesome.
Well, I hope that works out.
I do too.
And there's even more news to go with it. After we get that one going, there's one right behind it for my son and his babies.
Oh.
You're pregnant.
Oh, God. Phil.
What did he say?
Nope, nothing. He said congratulations.
He's going to make me come through that phone and choke him.
Oh, please don't. Nope.
Or at least kick him.
With a very soft slipper. Yeah, it's good news. I want to keep us posted on that.
Into a difficult situation.
Yeah, definitely keep us posted. I mean, Paul, good night, man. I appreciate you. It's it's just a season of giving. Give like crazy. Be there for each other.
I mean, you guys, she drove on a whim 3.5 hours on a Sunday, yesterday morning.
There we go.
To show us these places.
There you go.
Awesome.
She couldn't wait till today.
Hey, for every door that closes, another one's going to open.
That's a motivated individual, and I have all faith that that's going to work out.
I told her that she was a godsend.
That's right.
And I made a post on the website.
That's right.
Because, I mean, really, truly, I mean, I don't know. I can't help but feel this is why.
That's right.
Because it's the same trailer court that my daughter, or same owners that own where my daughter lives.
Yep.
And the manager that was here in Springfield was just relentless.
That's right.
And that's putting it nice.
That's right.
She wouldn't call me. She kept ditching our appointments to show me places. And just calling my daughter instead of me, giving excuses.
Mm-hmm.
And she is no longer there. So I feel in my heart that these 2 trailers we were supposed to have.
That's right. I'm praying for you on it. I want to know. I want constant updates. Y'all text me about it. I want to know what's going on.
Well,
despite my humor, and
actually, I think,
but I pray for all of us every night, and you're included in those prayers.
Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you.
Always. Always. Oh, Todd, I'm going to ship your thing out tomorrow. Sorry, I suck. I ship out things as fast as I respond to things, which...
I'm keeping my mouth shut on that.
You don't have to. You're okay.
You'll get it to me.
It won't be cherry either, by the way.
Thank God.
Been there.
Captain Black Grape or something like that.
Oh, no, not Captain Black Grape. Please, no.
Did I get it right? No.
Yes, you did. Don't tell her that, Todd. She did just fine.
She got it right, Captain Black Grape.
But yeah, that's a great thing to hear. I definitely want to have updates for that. And I appreciate y'all sharing the story with us. I think I'm going to have
Todd, after we get it cleaned up and set up, I might not even wait for that. I might just have Todd do a video.
I'd love it. Let me know. I'll blast that thing everywhere. And I can't wait.
She's trying to get us into the one with the fireplace, which is the one I wanted for us.
There you go.
And the other one for my son and my babies.
That's right.
If it works out, you do a video, you go live.
I will.
And I'd be more than happy to pop into a live with you.
Yeah, I want to know about it for sure.
We'll get it.
We'll
get it. We'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
The kids are tech savvy. They can do it.
I rely on mine for a lot of that too, by the way.
Yeah, they're
Which is
18 and
normal.
19. They got it.
Yeah, Martin's more tech gravy than savvy.
Yeah,
Shit, I'm sure my 6-year-old grandson could get it.
I am more likely to break it.
See, Martin, there's another compliment ding at the same time.
Yeah, did I get one?
Her 6-year-old grandson could get it.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Are you as tech savvy as a 6-year-old? No.
No.
Nope.
Well, he's not even 6 yet. Not till next month. Don't make me older than I am.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
And we're not ma'am.
Wouldn't dare.
Steph or better Todd.
You got it. Better Todd Steph.
That's right.
Got it. Understood.
Okay.
If I call you ma'am,
I love you guys.
I messed up. We love you too. We appreciate y'all. Absolutely. But yeah, I want some updates on it. So please give me updates on it.
Absolutely.
And I'll respond to you. I'll respond to y'all for sure.
Now that you know that it's legitimately me.
Yep. Absolutely. Yes. And speaking of legitimate, we're about to legitimately lose the Zoom. So I'm going to go ahead and shut it down and say bye to y'all real quick.
I'm giving the other Todd the phone back. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye, y'all. We're going to have a good night. I appreciate all of y'all. See you, Todd.
All right, man.
Crazy bearded guy. Not you, Chad, Todd, but yeah. Maybe play. See you, Phil.
It applies.
Oh. I know. But that's okay. This regulates me and keeps me going in terms of what I should be doing. But yeah. So I'm not gonna say sorry it was a little bit deep tonight. I'm gonna say, you know what? It was as deep as it needed to be. And I hope you have a best and worst compliment that drives you to something that pierces your heart, that makes you think about somebody else that you know, and just do something good. Doesn't have to be money. Just sitting with somebody, just hanging out with somebody, just talking with somebody. Kindness doesn't need money all the time. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. You need an edible now. I'm going to have a shot. How about that?
Oh, my.
Oh, my gosh. Tomorrow, I got a couple boxes to open. I also wanted to see if y'all wanted to see the McFly video I edited, just because I figured, since we got kudos for it, I wanted to see if maybe y'all wanted to see a little bit of his video, see what it looked like. Tell me if I sucked. We're going to hang out some more, probably do another thing. But, man, I love all of you. You're great. Phil, Patrick, Cisco. I mean, just everybody. Absolutely everybody is great. And I'm truly blessed. Shallow Pockets, you name it. Chad, Cisco. And Chad, you could probably word that phrase a lot better than I did. I know. Cincy, Andrew, Country. Good to see all of you. Chad, I'd love to see a little thing like that. That question is one of your weeklies. I'm sure you can word it better. Angry Beaver, good to see you. As always, y'all behave. We will see y'all soon. In fact, we'll probably see y'all tomorrow. Doing it wrong, Freebird, Jerry, Pipes of Old, Troy, Popo Piper. Come on back, man. We'll see y'all.